Um, oh man. Oh, I love that there's no sun. So it's not too hot. It was getting like 89 out here in the desert. Like 89. It was getting hot again. It's like, oh, this sucks. I want it to be cool. Now there's clouds. It's nice and cool. I'm just watching those Facebook videos. I love all the fun or silly or entertaining things on those dumb little videos. And of course, I'm on to a new game where you have to run around, do something silly or dumb. Sometimes I get mad that those games get you addicted and you won't stop going to a game over and over until you get yourself mad and you're like, I am not going to be addicted to some stupid little game on a phone. I'm signing this off, or I'm taking this app off. Well, I'm the creator. I have everything you could ever dream, but like it belongs to me. So I died more than anything could comprehend and more. So of course I took all that I deserved and gave myself everything I'd ever dream or want. When it comes to a god is the makeup of their own realities. So I made this really fun for myself. I had to be the most perfect, good, perfect, overloaded death that deserved all good rewards, good things, unlimited power overload more. So it's kind of like when a country makes God proud, they get to manufacture money a lot. When a country makes God proud, they get extra money, not just their tax return stuff or basic courtroom and ticket shit. I was the biggest pure perfection of good, so I gave myself all things unlimited and beyond. I got pissed off that bad forces made me do bad things to look bad, and there was no choice I had because I had to start at zero and do what I was told and figure out how to win and tell them where to shove it. But all kinds of gods were abusing me, and it's like, what did you think would happen when I have to start at zero? I'm going to be at the mercy of bad devils and bad evil gods and have to win and only say screw you when I win. I mean, what were they thinking? If I didn't do what I was told by bad forces, well, goodness gracious. Well, then bad forces would just win and I would just lose. And well, screw you on that one too. So I got extra unlimited rights and more to be good, bad, or anything as the mother queen forever now. So I am the endless, unlimited, powerful reality and magnitude of all things forever. Back to my own reality that is those things. But I'm the mom. I started beyond all things. I'm going to end beyond all things. I will always be beyond all things. I'm the mother. I created them. They don't even have any idea what the hell I am or anything else. They're just jealous, spiteful, disgusting, and got to rape and murder me and look at me like they have options. But that's their problem, isn't it? Because they don't, and they're nothing. And that's how life goes. The second you think anything, then you're nothing. You're not a god or a child. You don't pertain to my existence. So I am only the God of the best. And my love is unconditional until they do anything bad or wrong. Then I didn't even know them. I take them right out of my brain, my memory, my existence, and just kill them forever. So where I come from, I just kill everything over any warning sign, anything bad, and then I don't have to worry. Where I come from, I'll throw you into a building, I'll throw you in a building full of razor blades, and you'll just start your death process. And we don't have to wonder if you're going to tell me what the fuck you did. I'm just a really scary God, but you have to be really scary as a God to run everything. And you have to be really scary as a God to guarantee the future of gods that are good. So to win against any gods that turn bad, you have to be a pretty scary, smart, heartless reality. or you're just always going to have to wonder who's ultimately always going to win. So I don't have anyone in my ozone. I don't know. You're going to meet a lot of angels that just want to be me. And they're just going to do whatever the fuck they're going to choose to do. And, it's all just enemy stuff. And you're going to meet a lot of gods. And those gods just goddamn have to be me. And have to step all over me. And have to act like their crown is mine. And they're just going to die all the time. Then you're going to meet real, honest, good gods. And they're going to tell you what I am, no one and nothing can be or will ever be. What is every other god is what they are. Every other god is whatever doorways they got to. Every other god is whatever options or overall crown or title or brand new heaven they got to. Every other god is the sum total of their good and bad realities that can't be too bad but might be bad and they paid a big enough price or something. I don't know. I hear that gods got really polluted and some gods have had to pay ultimate prices to get back to that perfection good standard. So too much pollution might have dragged them into mentalities or things they knew they shouldn't have had. You got to pay the ultimate prices when you're a god to try to still have that title and that honor and that position in life. So every god's going to end up being whatever they are. So when you hang out with husbands, you're going to meet all the gods, all the husbands and all the connections that go with those gods and what they earned, what they deserved, what their title is. But I am the god nobody can fathom. And I always was. I made a golden coin that told every god the whole answer of this whole thing from the beginning. So I made a spiritual golden coin. That spiritual golden coin sits out in existence. And it was there before I had to turn myself over to my murder happy son to help my fuck up sons and daughters. So before I was at the mercy of the son that killed me, because I turned myself over to my murder happy son to save my other kids, I made a coin. It was a really big, powerful, spiritual golden coin. It told the whole story of the whole thing before it ever even started. Gods don't know how to do that, and they wouldn't even fathom how to do that. And you can go ahead and go to my queen, and find out. Gods can only predict the future. Well, they'll show you. If you go to my queen, the gods will show you how far they can predict the future and more. There's no way they would have been able to make a coin like that. Predicting the future is based on, like, you could say that 500 years from now, a planet would be blank. Why? Because the planet is like ants in an ant farm. They're very structured. Their behaviors are pretty predictable. They always kind of like to be the same things every generation. See, you could easily kind of predict that into like 500 years, maybe 200 years. But when the planet is not predictable and uses a lot of freedom of choice and kind of changes their mind on a dime if they feel like it, or like, see, you got to go to my queen, and you'll realize that gods are not perfect future predictors like you would wish or think. They can predict the future up to a certain reality. And then unpredictable, thinking of something out of nowhere, like a lot of things that are brought into existence by freedom, the freedom to think, the freedom to choose, makes not perfect predictability for gods all the time. And yet I predicted the whole entire thing in a coin. And when you go to my queen, you will hear from every god, the oldest, the most original gods, that no one has any idea how I am me. So I'm just a mom. I'm just way out there. I'm just way beyond everything. And they will always be my creations. They will always be my created creations, the gods, and whatever they are. And I will always be God, their creator. So in their title, in their halo, on their crown, in their heaven, is God, the created. I am God, the creator. Now, are there gods that are creators? Yeah, but they were created. So if you check with a god through my queen, they will confirm that no matter what the title of the god is, they were all created in their title. So in and of the title of God, everything's created. In and of my title, I am the only existence that is the creator, but was never created. Now, what you're going to run into is a few gods that believe they were never created. Okay. I did create gods. I created an original god, Endo, and I wanted him to believe he was not created, to research and figure out how to help myself survive forever and be safe. Because when you figure out, so everything creates everything. This God created that God, every God created every God. So then how did the first God exist? Well, I'm the only God that just existed for real. And if I ever told anyone, I'm sure I'd be just as dead as everything is all the time, as soon as they figure out how to figure it out. But instead, I stay proactive. I don't let anyone figure out. If you're not created, then how could you exist? As soon as people have pretty good answers about if you're not created, how can you be? As soon as they get pretty smart about it, I deal with it and make sure they'll never find the answer. And that's just my own self-preservation and future for myself, to be able to have a guarantee of a future for my children, the gods. So I'm never going to help people to understand it. I'm always going to deal with it if they get smart. Forever. But I did put gods out there that believed they had never been created, because I wanted to see if there was more things I could think of or do or build, or more I should think about. So often you're going to find out that I create gods that are similar to something about my existence to try to figure things out, or research, or see if my kids, the gods, could think of smart things to help us all out to have a future all the time. But I bet if they knew they were helping me to be the ultimate queen bitch, they wouldn't want to do it. But when I have to die forever, they'd sure want me to do it in 2 seconds, so I don't really care. So, but yeah, you're going to find out from the husbands and more that what me and my husbands are, nothing will ever be. So just the husbands that are mine, all mine, and I are just something that nothing else will ever be. And it's just the way it is, and there just is nothing else. And then when you meet the husbands, you'll realize that the husbands that are just mine are way, way out there. No one and nothing can comprehend. And then everything else is a husband that you can kind of comprehend based on the gods that they love or whatever. And you'll get good at it. And you'll see which husbands have which powers and which magnitudes based on stuff. And you guys will get good at it. So we'll have fun. Or go to my queen, or ask me, and then it'll get fun. The husbands will get fun. Like, they're growing, it's scary, it's brand new, but they'll get funner and funner.